This reading is the other half of the dark one, though it's not actually half of that. It stands alone. It is Sunday, April 19th at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, I'm giving the time and the date because evidently it will be relevant to certain people. So, listen, I just do what the voices tell me, okay? This is what happens when you talk to dead people. They tell you crazy ass shit. The oracle cards are from the Oracle of Visions and the Halloween Oracle. And again, I turn the decks over, I shuffle through the cards, I pick out cards, and once again, they talk about the same shit. This deck is Laurel! You've been doing it to me all day, girl. These are my lips and I'll be using them. This deck reflects what is being said in this deck. I think that we should start with this card, though, first. This is about distance, isolation, and perception. And that really is what you're doing right now. This is for someone, I believe, who is having difficulty with distance, isolation. And the problem is that they need to adjust their perspective. This monkey is sitting on a stack of books, and the equation for infinity is there. And this card, the Skull of Stars, is about infinite possibilities. The infinite is available to you. You have to get your head out of your ass and realize that the distance is a gift. The isolation is a gift of time to go deep within yourself and gain perspective. Once you have that, the world is at your disposal. Oh, we are using the Witch Wisdom Oracle deck. This is bloody deep. Oh, wait, I left the phone over there. If it rings, I won't be able to stop it. Hold, please. Okay. The cards from the Witch's deck are Homeland. It is your foundation. It is an image of an antique ancient map. Intensification. Litha, you really need to gain some perspective here. Autumn, the Watchtower of the West, and the Witch, the Healer. All things that you need and can use once you stop fighting your isolation and gain perspective. Okay, what's the withhold here? Oh, some of these. Okay, let's find out who this is for. This is for someone who is freaking the fuck out about true love, fidelity, and emotions being out there. This isolation and distance and need of a perspective, but failing to gain perspective, all you can see is that there is a barrier keeping you from your goal. Evidently, your goal is another person, having to do with true love and fidelity. Who we got here? Sudden wealth. Oh, maybe it's not just about love. Oh. Excuse me. See all these books that this minky is sitting on? All right, it's not a minky. It's some, I don't know what kind of monkey is. It might be an orangutan. There is knowledge there, and it is within his grasp, but again, failing to gain perspective, failing to look at things as they truly are, obsessing over love, fidelity, wanting money now, searching for the knowledge, but evidently not finding it, and winging out over it. I have a feeling a lot of you are doing that. I simply do not understand. Worried about his money, worried about his recognition. This guy is seriously panicking over the economic straits he finds. He hasn't found himself in them yet, but he's worried that he will find himself in it and go from wealthy man with high honors, recognition, good reputation to poverty. That is his fear. And that is what is keeping him from gaining his perspective. What you need to understand, one of the men that I am speaking to is named Richard. One of them is named, come on, cough up those names. Al. I don't know if it's Alvin or Alan or Albert, but Al for short. There is someone whose name begins with an H, possibly Hendrick or Hendrickson. Collins. Connor. Can we slide down through the alphabet here? Stefan. And someone who likes to call himself VJ. You all need to get a grasp on yourselves. You see this isolation, you see this distancing as a crime against you, and it's not about you, asswipe. It's about the safety of the planet. And you have been given this time. You're being forced into this situation because you've refused to take it beforehand. You ignored all the signs, and you think you know exactly what the fuck you're doing, and you don't. So take the gift. The possibilities are, in fact, infinite. But if you don't get a grip on you, And stop seeing this as some great barrier to your future. You're not going to have a future, okay? Ooh, you're really irritating me and everybody else that's hanging out in my head. Somebody wants to slap the shit out of you. That's probably my sister. Guys, you really need a new perspective on life. You need to stop obsessing about all of this. For one of you, the woman you're obsessing over, yeah, that's over. And it has nothing to do with the gate you're locked behind. It has to do with who you are. I see an obsession with money. What's in the book? You're trying to get to the bottom of what everybody's talking about. There's letters, there's talk of success, there's talk of a new love affair, and you feel like you're being left out of everything. One of you guys' name begins with F? Yeah, that engagement's not going to happen, or it's going to fall apart. I don't know what to tell you. I see stubborn resistance to seeing the world as it really is, not as you pretend it is. Life is not a video game. This is, however, a reboot for the people of this planet. And you really need to get your head on straight. You need to find new priorities. Well, all of this is what you're obsessing about. You're missing the infinite possibilities. You need a new foundation. You need a new home. You need to be clear and focused in order to intensify this situation. And this situation on the planet is also related to this card, which means this is going to go on until the fall. So all of these, let's get back out in the world. Let's reboot the economy. Let's reopen the United States. That is going to fall flat on its fucking face. And many, many, many more people are going to contract the virus, and many will die. There is a mature woman who can help you on this new path, but you have to be open to it. You are at a crossroads, as is most of the human race. Yours is particularly nasty because you refuse to see the reality that the world has changed. The healer is here. And the healer will come after the autumn. There's the coffin. And some unexpected money. I do believe that the only thing that's going to knock you on your ass and make you see is the death of a mature man in your life. And after that, you will begin to heal. Laurel. After that, there is a love. But you have got to change. After that, there is success. But I don't think you're going to listen to me. I think you're going to go on your merry way. Continue with all this bullshit. And then none of the good stuff becomes available to you. Because rather than build a new foundation on which to build your life, a better foundation, a different foundation, you are going to continue on your path. Well, that's a sorry story. Here's to hoping you run into this mature woman. Her name begins with an M. She can, in fact, show you a new pathway. She can show you what to think about at this crossroads. What do the animals have to say? Clearly you need some more help here. I can't get them out of the box. Okay, you just get this one I picked up. Oh, it's about power. Well, if you want to be the grizzly bear and you want the power, you have to understand how to use it. Can you see that? Is it glaring? Who the hell knows? Trust me, it's a grizzly bear. And it says, I am indestructible. And while you believe that, you can't be that unless you honor your intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. That's how I succeed. The question is, what are you going to succeed at? Are you going to continue on this path, get yourself out there, avoid the warnings that are here about staying in isolation until you have a new perspective? Or are you just going to bully your way through this, and in the end, you may lose it all? Oh, this was a disgusting reading. Let's see what the unicorns have to say. This unicorn says action, but it is a correct action. It is not just any action. This one says that there is a new adventure, but you have to be willing to see what the new adventure is. It is a new direction, and you have to accept that. That will bring you prosperity. Rebirth is what you need. So, in your isolation, in your distancing, please, for your own good, gain a new perspective. Otherwise, you will fail to see that nature is the cause of this, and if you do not revere it, it will end you.